Oh, Jesus.
Welcome to HorrorTube. I'm Josh.
And I'm Rob.
And I'm Rosh.
And I'm Job. We're at Josh's house.
Yep.
It's HorrorTube. We've got the same setup that we did for Horror Wars last week at Josh's today.
Yep.
So...
That sentence went weird.
Yeah, it is. But you're going to get full-on ASMR today.
Oh, yeah.
Because, as per usual, we are still outside. We just have a better mic set up. And we are using the laptop. So...
Technology.
Baby. We're pretty fucking gone right now.
What did you come up with?
Hold up. I got it in my notes.
Tune something.
Tuned in. In this podcast, we're unscripted, unhinged, tuned in, and zoinked out.
There you go. The tube.
The tube. The horror tube. This is your weekly ASMR cast, as we said, because we are outside. So whatever noises you're going to hear, you're going to hear.
Oh, yeah. Enjoy.
It is...
Well, now they'll definitely hear us slurp our coffee.
Yeah, it's Saturday morning.
Yeah.
So that's...
Early morning.
It's
what, about 10 a.m.?
Yeah. We had some Wi-Fi, thanks to my coworker, for a birthday present. And that was some good stuff. Yep.
Oh, yeah. You know what just popped in my brain real quick? This is going to be a little ramble. Would you consider Cell from Dragon Ball Z, Imperfect Cell, first version, would you consider that a horror character? Or that arc to be a horror arc? Because that shit was scary as fuck.
Gingertown, when he invaded Gingertown and fucking destroyed everybody and all you saw was just clothing in the fucking streets.
Remember when they showed him drink that dude?
Yeah.
Like, I remember watching that on Toonami, and that's scaring the shit out of me.
Hell yeah.
So,
no, that was definitely a fucking horror arc. From when he looked like a little brown turd monster.
Yeah.
All the way up into where he became...
Semi-perfect Cell wasn't
semi-perfect.
Scary.
No, when he became semi-perfect, when he was still that little... Yeah. That's fucking horror territory. And the noises that his fucking tail made as it sucked people up, especially in the English version.
Yep.
Oh my god.
So, yeah. Dragon Ball Z does have an aspect of horror in it, if you think about it. Or, yeah, Dragon Ball Z.
Garlic Jr.
Yep.
There's a few things horror aspect about Dragon Ball.
Majin Buu. I mean, the dude was eating, turning people into candy and eating them.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Is Dragon Ball Z, could that be considered horror?
It could be considered a horror. I mean, possession. Majin Vegeta was possessed. He was also possessed by Baby. That's definitely a horror aspect.
God, Dragon Ball GT.
Yeah.
The dark days. Even though I don't mind Dragon Ball
And even
GT.
the goo monsters in Super.
Oh, yeah.
That were carbon copies.
Yeah.
And then to think a coworker of mine wanted to fucking challenge me on Dragon Ball knowledge. That's neither here nor there. We'll not talk about that.
But today,
we're
discussing Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Something else that's very much horror that people, I think, are just now fully accepting as horror. Because back in the 90s, well, late 90s, early 2000s, when it was on air, we didn't realize what we were watching. Like 14 and 15, even the 7 and 8 year olds, whatever. It was TVY, Y7.
Yep.
It wasn't TV 14.
Nope.
You don't realize until later on in life that show was just literally PTSD, anxiety, and every fucking mental illness that you can possibly fathom in like a 12-minute time span.
Yep.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's funny to think that, like, how scary that show genuinely was.
Yeah.
When I was watching that shit, I used to turn the channel in like, I couldn't watch certain episodes because I was too scared.
Okay.
Like, it was fucking nuts. Like, there are like, certain episodes that stick out to me. I don't know the names. I'm not, like, that hardcore of a fan.
Right.
But just some of them I remember, like, there's one where Eustace, the Courage's
abusive,
mean-ass old...
like, animal-hating, wife-hating...
Yeah.
Piece of shit meat sack.
Eustace. He's, like, it's supposed to be, like, a city, and there's, like, this dude in an alleyway, and he's, like, trying to crawl, but it's got, like, this, like, tentacle monster suction cup thingy on it.
Okay.
And he's like, please help me. And he's like, I don't wanna, being a dickhead like
Eustace,
he is.
yeah.
And, like, he got pulled, like, you heard the dude get pulled back, and that actually, like, scared me and made me sad.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so mean. Why didn't he just help him?
Right.
It was,
right.
like, that show has some scary ass shit. Or, of course, everyone knows the Return the Slab.
The Pharaoh. Yep.
Like, that is one of the most, I think, iconic Cartoon Network kind of scenes people always bring up.
Yeah, because the CG was just so out of place in that show, and it was done so poorly.
Yeah, it was
that
like
it
the
was
most
janky, and it was offsetting.
The most unique designs for, like, horror creatures. Almost every episode, they had recurring ones like Le Quack.
Yeah,
the duck with a
fucking
mustache.
cat.
And the fucking cat. And
but there was like a villain a week.
Yeah.
There was a mental illness a week.
Yeah.
Basically for Courage the Cowardly Dog. But go ahead.
And it was so cool to me that they were able to just make, like, some new, basically, horror icon. Because it was like, nothing was ever copy and paste when they would go to a new episode. It was so nice. You can see the references to horror, too, or paintings and shit like that. It's crazy how much media was in Courage the Cowardly Dog, like, thinking back.
Gumball was a very unique show because it had various styles of animation in it.
3D animation with 2D,
right,
realism,
all that shit. I don't know what the first show... I vaguely remember, like, when I was a kid on Sesame Street, they used to have this one character that would go through animation and real scenarios and just, like, do, like, a little walking thing. But I don't remember his name. That's, like, one of the first things I remember with that type of animation where it's got different modes in it. That's what Courage did. Mm-hmm. Courage did a lot of that shit. And some might argue that it potentially could have been the best to do it.
Yeah.
You know, Gumball, again, is one of the most unique ways that we've seen those different forms of media be used in one show. But I think Courage did a fantastic job meshing all those different styles together. And at the time, it was also a product of its time, because that's around the time where Disney stopped doing hand-drawn animated masterpieces.
Yeah.
The Disney masterpieces stopped being made around the same time frame. Like, that's a huge change in fucking animation right there, because Disney animation was the pillar of animated movies from the fucking 30s all the way up until 98, 99.
Yeah.
They were considered the pillar of animation, even though they reused scenes, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But still, to be in a show that was produced in that era where everything was slowly changing over and we were getting more 3D shows and shit, that was also cool, because we got to see, like, dying breed of animation mixed with the, you know, oncoming CGI. So that's another cool thing about Courage. And what was it that the creator had said? The creator did say that the episode archetypes were different fears and different
I know
forms
some
of
them
PTSD and separation,
phobias and stuff
phobias
like
and separation anxiety and all that. this show leaned very heavy into the psyche. Like, super duper heavy into the psyche. And now going back and having rewatched a lot of it, well, not a lot of it, but, you know, I watched a few documentaries.
A refresher.
I did a refresher. I popped on some episodes on Max, you know, checked out a bunch of stuff on there. YouTube had some episodes. So I watched some. My God. the literal mental anguish that happens in every episode. And like the fact that his parents were sent in the outer fucking space by a psychotic vet.
Yep.
And his parents are still alive on the moon.
Yep.
How traumatizing would that be for him and for him to be reunited with his parents?
Yeah.
Because they're still alive.
One thing that the show does really well too, and with so few words, is how they're able to give Courage, the Cowardly Dog, a personality with only maybe speaking like a handful of times. And a lot of times it's just the things I do for love,
right?
The occasional scream, or maybe he'll talk every once in a while, but it was mostly conveyed through basically blabbering.
Well, that was actually something that the studio had done. Warner Brothers, in the third going into fourth season, basically decided that they didn't want him talking.
Mm-hmm.
So he would then start conveying things in grunts and incoherent babble, and then he would, like you said, say random things. It was just an edict by the fucking studio. They just didn't want him to do it. Which is the weirdest thing, because in the first season and like the first half of season 2, he was pretty vocal. Like, he talked a significant amount more than he does in season 3 and season 4. So that's a very different thing, I guess you could say, about Courage as well. Was there anything else really?
I was trying to think here. Because all I keep thinking, like, more episodes keep popping in my head. But, no, I mean...
Because...
It's more like just a love letter, because we could talk about, like, the episodes that we can remember, not all of them, but...
Right.
I just, like, I don't know why. I can actually imagine Courage the Cowardly Dog kind of being like a Tales from the Crypt kind of scenario, just using one central character, because it always feels like I said earlier, a fresh episode, because every episode is different.
Right.
You know, there's one where it takes place in a diner. I think it's more towards the end of the series. That's one of the scariest episodes to me. Just by having a rainy night, being at a diner, for some reason that creeped me the fuck out. Yeah. Good. I mean, they're all good episodes without just going into the giant, just talking about the plot of everyone. Right. But it's crazy to think that something that you can have the most simple of things and it can still be scary. Yeah. If you do it right. Yeah. There are some, even, like, you know, indie films right now that the horror films look like they aren't even as scary as Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Absolute trash, yeah.
Which is crazy to me. Yeah. Like, so it's just, it's an amazing part of history, I think, that I don't think people really talk about enough. Like, I know we get the occasional, like, the reboots coming and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. But we never get it. But no, I feel like if it came back, I feel like it would kind of pop off, because horror right now is
popping. Yeah.
You know, I mean, video games, movies, all that shit. It's.
I think right now, if you manage to put out a dope ass Courage video game, that would get people talking. And then you put out a dope ass live action Courage movie. Not like a made-for-TV Cartoon Network live-action thing like they did with Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, God.
Not that.
With Drake Bell.
Yeah, which is very highly regrettable now, huh, Nickelodeon?
Yeah. Piece of shit.
Piece of shit. Excuse me. Like a real Courage the Cowardly Dog movie. That shit would go fucking crazy. And then you'd be able to have, like, a more adult version of Courage on Max. That would make people fucking, like, go and subscribe, or...
Oh, God. Imagine if they had, like a brutal horror Courage the Cowardly Dog. Oh, my God.
Yeah. That'd be fucking wicked. It'd be wild.
It's the Wild Wild West.
Oh, my God, no. No. The Thangarian spider beast. Or Thangarian snare beast.
That's what that movie was called, right? Wild West, the Will Smith movie.
You know the story about the spider, right?
Is it good or is it sad?
No, it's actually a well-known Hollywood story.
Oh, no.
The dude that produced the movie was in talks to produce Superman Returns when Nicolas Cage was supposed to be starring as Superman. Well, in the Flash movie, we actually got to see the Nicolas Cage Superman fighting what was known as a Thangarian snare beast, which was a gigantic spider, and the producer didn't have anything else other than that. He just wanted to see a Superman fighting a giant spider. So that was supposed to be the beginning of Superman Returns. Was just Superman on some alien planet fighting a fucking Thangarian snare beast. And when that movie dropped, the producer was like, well, fuck this. I'm going to go take my money and go somewhere else. And he went and put that money into the Wild Wild West. And that's how the giant spider ended up in the Wild Wild West.
Oh, shit.
But it wasn't called a Thangarian snare beast. It was something different. But that's where it came from. And you know who told that story? Kevin Smith.
Oh, shit.
And it's been like this big Hollywood story ever since then. Yep. You also get history on HorrorTube.
I don't even know what made me sing that. I don't know why. I just thought of Will Smith in a cowboy hat, and then I remembered
Because
Wild West.
I said giant spider, or
Yep.
I said Thangarian spider beast.
I saw that in the theaters, and when you went to it, and this is how weird movies have changed too. They gave you like the sunglasses that him and I forget who else stars in that film. Who is his
I don't
co-star?
remember.
Well, those kind of sunglasses. If you got a ticket to see that movie, you got a pair of those sunglasses. And I thought it was the coolest shit.
And they gave you cups and stuff for free. But now, if you go see Scream 6, I will forever love as a movie, but I will forever now hate because it is the reason why movie accessory items are popping off at $30
Holy
and
shit.
being sold on eBay for hundreds of dollars.
That's insane.
Because back in the day, you would get a Scream popcorn tub for free with your large popcorn. Well, now it's $24.99.
Yeah, it's fucking movie tickets are so expensive now.
Yeah, so now that you're introducing expensive collectibles that you can take because they're delivered to you before you go to the theater. So you can
want to go in the theater.
So you can take them and go and fill them up with popcorn and show them off. That's the whole point. Yeah, it's getting now the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have done it, now all that, but that's what I'm trying to say. I forget what I was trying to say.
Yep.
I don't remember what we were talking about.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Well, speaking of Will Smith, we got hit with the Men in Black fucking
yeah, we got
memory wipe. Yep.
We are tuned in and zooted out. As I came up with earlier.
As a matter of fact, in the middle of that, I actually thought of another horror tube idea.
Oh, cool. Keep that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think we're pretty much done with Courage.
Yeah.
I really didn't think there was going to be too much meat on the bone for Courage.
But it's nice to
pay
respects.
It's nice to pay respects, and it's nice to get it out there. For those of you who love Courage, who are your favorite villains?
Yeah.
What are your favorite episodes?
Yeah, what are your favorite episodes, please?
Yeah, let us know. What else do we got now? Recently, we've been going to macabredaily.com.
Just see if anything new has popped up at the end of the week, pretty much.
Yeah. Because we can do it real time here.
I can't tell if that's a chicken or just a squeaky wheel.
I think it's a dog.
Noise.
I think it's a dog that's outside that doesn't want to be outside.
Yep, the bird just got a worm.
Another one?
Yep. 2.
You go, bird.
And it crawls like a worm from the bird.
Yeah.
Do you know what band it was referencing?
Yeah, The Used.
Okay, well, never mind. I was going to say it's one of your faves.
Yeah.
One that you like to reference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's really nothing big going on, man. As we kind of expected. You know, it's that's the middle of the fucking strike.
Well, oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, besides that, the only other thing I think of like horror-wise at the moment is just the Mortal Kombat trailer came out, the reptile.
Oh, they're adding Alien, the Xenomorphs, into Dead by Daylight.
Yep, they're adding the Xenomorphs in the Dead by Daylight, which I re-downloaded. So
Right.
if you ever want to play, bro.
After they just added Nicolas Cage in.
Yep, like just Nicolas Cage himself.
Yeah.
Not a character, him.
Yeah, just him.
But yeah, that's insane. That Dead by Daylight is actually getting a Xenomorph. That's huge.
Yeah, it is.
Because again, like the only one so far that's not like the main, like the ones people typically think of is Jason is not in it yet.
Well, he'll probably be in there soon.
Yeah, because the
with
game
the
is
game
shutting
shutting down. Yeah,
But
that's probably a way for him to be integrated into Dead by Daylight, because it's the same type of game.
Yep.
So.
And then we have the Texas Chainsaw game coming out soon.
Yep.
Coming up. So
Yep. That's gonna be fucking awesome.
It's gonna be so cool. I'm getting it. So.
I got it pre-download on Series X because it's Game Pass.
Nice. Definitely getting that shit. But yeah, no, I think for the horror portion, I mean, is there anything else you want to discuss?
No, not really, man. Mortal Kombat stuff was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Everything's getting trailers.
Yeah, like so many trailers. I think this is the most trailers I think ever for
Like
Mortal Kombat.
fucking
game.
8 trailers are out for Mortal Kombat 1.
I appreciate it because it's at least 2 different characters. It's not just focusing on like a couple.
And also, like, we're getting actual background this time. Like, me and you discussed precast.
A proper reboot.
We're getting a proper reboot. Real storytelling, real things.
Actual changes.
Yeah.
To like characters and
Tarkatanism is like a disease now, like we said.
Just being like some form of.
Melina has it.
Yep.
Reptile's a shapeshifter.
Which is one of the best changes they've done for a character.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think Mortal Kombat 1's gonna be peak.
They got Homelander and Omni-Man.
Yep.
In that bitch.
Yep. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope.
Brutal as fuck. Some of the fatalities they show in the trailers.
Monstrous. Absolute fucking Oppenheimer level destruction.
Yeah.
Shit.
Have you seen that yet? I haven't seen that yet.
I've seen parts of it. It's good. There's also a really fantastic documentary that was released on Peacock about it as well, about an hour and 40 minutes.
That's definitely got to be a movie that could be considered horror, but it's not.
Oh my god, yeah. I've been listening to a lot of shit about atomic power and nuclear power and all that, and it's very fascinating things. I'm not going to get into it on here because it's a super political topic. And no, that's not what we do here. So, very fascinating shit, though. Like everything surrounding it. Other than that, what we got? Football?
Yeah. American football.
Neither of our teams have played yet.
Nope.
Mine played today at 4.
I don't know.
Or 1.
I don't know what mine does, but I know they play the Bucks. No Tom Brady, though.
Yeah. Did you hear that Baker Mayfield dropped like 7 out of 10 or got intercepted like 6 out of 10 times?
Holy
or some shit like that?
No.
Yeah.
What teams he even play for anymore?
The Bucks.
Are you for real?
Yeah, we got rid of our trash.
The Rams.
No, he was on the Panthers, then on the Rams, then on the Bucks. Yeah.
I forgot he was even on the Panthers, bro. Wasn't he only in it for like a game?
He was there for a season.
Really? I don't remember that.
That was the same season that he sucked so bad that they brought Cam back, and Cam's first
game
play was a touchdown.
Yeah.
And then he got shit on, because the whole offensive line was different than what he was used to. Didn't learn the playbook.
Then he come back like after a week. I remember we talked about this on like the beta testers.
Yeah, it was a while ago. Yeah. Yeah. Poor Cam. Poor downfall of Cam. Whew. I am really high.
The rocket's in flight. Afternoon delight. Shout out to Elton John.
Shout out Elton John. I don't think we got anything else, man. This is actually quite possibly one of the shortest HorrorTube episodes.
What's the runtime?
25 minutes.
That'll be like our snack pack.
Our snack pack. HorrorTube snack pack.
Just some quick niblets, some nibbles.
Like a backpack rack.
But yeah, I thought of at least one more HorrorTube idea.
Okay,
so.
yeah, we'll do that at the end here. So,
Reveal time for... Oh, no, we're not going to reveal Horror Wars.
We're not revealing Horror Wars. We're coming up on the Big 5-0 next
yeah.
week. Big 5-0.
Definitely tune in.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
And for those who don't know, last week when we recorded Horror Wars, we did Last Shift in Malum.
Yeah, we did. We finally brought that out.
Oh, yeah.
There's been a lot of people asking about that, so we felt that was a better episode 49 than an episode 50, even though it's very closely related to the show as well.
Mm-hmm.
You've already gotten your hint.
Yep.
If you listen to the last Horror Tube, you've already gotten your hint, and you got some hints on Horror Wars as well. So we're not giving out any hints here because we're only 1 week away.
Mm-hmm.
So then on our 50th episode, we got a big announcement.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is it the pumpkin?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's your foreshadowing.
So yeah.
Yeah, that was Horror Tube.
Yeah, it was. So we'll see you again 2 and 2.
Shout out to Chuck Woolery.
And
Bye.
bye.
And 2 and 2. Be right back.